Questions, questions, and more questions. Why did Claudian set out by himself? What did he see? Oh, I do hope he wakes up soon. At least on the surface, Professor Claudian appears unharmed. We must wait for him to regain consciousness to judge anything beyond that, I fear. ... Although Ericthonius was not but a collection of memories, I know his absence pains you. Yeah. But he acted with resolve, full aware of the potential consequences. Let us look back on this moment, not with sorrow, but with pride. You both are the heroes of the day. Athena's ambitions would have swallowed the world had you not stemmed their advance. We shall stay here, both to look over Professor Claudian and ensure that there are no further disturbances in the ethereal sea. You should rest, and I will not take no for an answer. We shall stay here and wait for Claudian to regain his senses. Pray rest while you can. Guided by the past. It seems we can do naught but wait. Perhaps we might discuss a matter which has been troubling me. While your colleague Nemgigi was enlightening us on the historical events which led to this era, she let slip the name of one of the Ascians, La Habrea. Uh-oh! Don't do that! No, she said, Although she knew of the figure only from her research, she was most insistent that there's no evidence connecting the Ascian to myself. Ah, you met my brother, I see. Yet I am aware that this La Habrea used the Heart of Sabik to sow chaos throughout your world, and I would be a fool to deny such strong connections between us. You are the only one present who has met the Ascian in question, so I would ask you directly. Are he and I one and the same? Is my fate to work in the shadows and bring about untold destruction? Man, I don't even know. I can't be certain. A diplomatic answer. I understand the Ascians often use the bodies of others to enact their plots, so it is impossible to say who they truly are. These Ascians, or Paragons, I'm told, were ruthless in their schemes to rejoin the sundered worlds. I have heard but a small number of their deeds, and still I find it difficult to comprehend the depths to which they were willing to sink. To choose a path of evil, all for the sake of the star. Who does that sound like? I admit 'tis a decision I would make under the right circumstances. Although the ages may take their toll, my devotion to my duty will never waver. How does he get from this La Habrea to the one we knew? That's what I'm still wondering. Paying no heed to what might be lost, I will treat the Heart of Sabik as a mere tool for my own ends. Is it just the years like Emmett Selk? Never caring to look beyond the surface, I will unleash forces that I fail to truly comprehend, and remain blissfully ignorant of my hypocrisy all the while. Claudian, wakey wakey. Wait. Oh, wait. He looks just like Ericthonios. Did he always look this way? We haven't seen him since at least the last patches. Oh my gosh. Did I never notice it? Or did his eyes change? Evelyth, I have some faint memories of what transpired. You stood against Athena and won. So I think my theory earlier, and you were there too, I think my theory of him being a shard of Eric may be correct. I don't know. I just, like... La Habrea, Ericthonius's memories of you dwell within me still. Through unyielding discipline, you hoped to forge a son equal to yourself, but the crucible you placed him in left scars which were loath to heal. Yet you were never motivated by selfishness. All you did was in service of your duty, at the least I will hear no more. Though you may possess Eric's memories, you are not him. In rebirth, you have become someone else entirely, and you belong to this age. He is 100% a shard of Eric. Oh, how did I never notice? As such, I am your enemy, and an enemy does not deserve sympathy. Of course, I would never condone the actions of the Asian, but you are not him. You are La Habrea of the Convocation. Yeah, the Conclave. The toaster strudel. Wait. You spared no effort in saving us from Athena's machinations. For that, you deserve the utmost praise and my personal thanks. If you insist on deceiving yourself, then so be it. My stance remains unchanged. The most difficult of your trials is behind you, but you may find that Pandaemonium is yet to relinquish the last of its secrets. Among them is the identity of Hephaestus' liberator, who set the very first wheels in motion. There's but one place to find these answers, the past. True. Who started all this? However, I must insist that you keep silent about Athena's fate. While I doubt it would change the decisions I make, you should not tender us information we could not uncover ourselves. Yeah, don't bring future information back to the past, unless it's betting results. Now that I have said my piece, I shall follow in my son's footsteps. But, I mean, we already brought information back with us the first time we went, and it just turned out that we always would have had. These odious memories will fade to nothing, as was always their fate. So clearly, if we say anything back there, farewell. It was always meant to be, and it's okay. So I can say whatever I want, because I always will have had always said them already in the past previously. Checkmate. My time, too, draws near, but I believe I can stay long enough to see this matter through. You shall journey to the past to seek out the truth of La Habrea's words, yes? While Themis himself may have been there to see this encounter, I have the unique opportunity to hear your perspective on the matter. That is, of course, if you will share it with me. Yeah, no, we met actual past La Habrea and Elidibus. And Elidibus mentions meeting us as much before he even sends us back there. I look forward to it. I shall take it in the ethereal sea one final time as I wait your return. Yeah, it has been like 10,000 years though, remember? Or more. Dun, 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 dun. Now all that is left is to return to Pandaemonium and ask La Habrea to shed light upon its few remaining mysteries. I look forward to your return. But not you, the actual you. I, too, shall stay here and await your return. I could use the rest, and there's a matter I would discuss with you and Themis before we say our farewells. Ruisinod and I shall return to Aporia and make our report to Master Fortunald at once. Oh, where to begin? I believe we've yet to see the full effect of these events will have on the ethereal sea. Once Professor Claudian recovers, we must conduct a thorough investigation. Whoa! Ooh. Oh, there's just people in here now. Oh, shit. Hegemony! She's here. Ah, you must be Evelyth. I am Hegemony, keyword of Abyssos. But I suspect you may already know that. We did meet once before, after all, though I was not entirely myself at the time. I know. Thanks to you, however, I can rightly say my faculties are mine once more. At present, I am taking stock of the damage done to the facility. Sorry about your girlfriend. Thank you for checking up on us. Did you speak with Hegemony and the other warders on your way here? The work is long, but we have made great strides in undoing Athena's meddling. Heck yeah. Evelyth! I didn't expect to see you again so soon, but 'tis always a joy. You seem quite happy to be here. Oh, maybe a little. Evelyth, truth be told, I thought you would have little reason to ever visit this place again. It seems I was wrong. I'm looking for answers. I just want to say hi. God, I want to choose that. But I can't. I need to know. What if it just ended? Okay, good to see you. Bye. How neatly you obfuscate your motivations. Do as you will, then. She has gone through the trouble to visit us, so I hardly think curtness is in order. We braved Pandaemonium together. Why not at least share with her our progress? I have relinquished control of Pandaemonium to La Habrea. I was never meant to hold it for long, and now such authority resides in rightful hands. With La Habrea's help, we have poured through Athena's research into the Hemitheoi. Thus we were able to restore Hegemony's mind and body. Yay! Yet there still is much work to be done. Damage to repair, keywords to replace. The tasks are too many to count. But although the path may be long, our progress is steady. I believe we can safely say that Pandaemonium will soon function as it did before. Yeah, they have no idea what we just went through. Uh-oh. Why are you looking at me like that? Indeed. Before we reach that point, however, there are some matters which must be put to rest. One concerns Pandaemonium itself, and another is a personal matter. Until they are settled, I cannot move forward. It shall not take long. Lack of resolve caused me to delay, but I have chosen my course. These concerns must be weighty indeed. Do you intend to share your burdens with us? If you would bear witness, then come. Your arrival at this very moment almost beggars belief, but I shall not ask you to leave. I simply ask that you do not interfere, no matter what may happen. He's gonna find the heart, isn't he? That's what's gonna make him go insane! No, just like Athena went. No. Hey, Gemini, how's it going? Stay here. This will be over soon. You're fired. No one becomes a corrupted snake lady and spits at me. Why did you call me here, Master La Habrea? There's still much to be done if the wardens are to be freed. She's the one. She's the one who let him out. You have served within Pandaemonium since Athena's time, have you not? That makes you the most senior key warden, now that Agdistis is gone. As such, you deserve to know a secret few others are privileged to hear, one concerning myself. Separating Hephaestus from myself required removing part of my soul. A necessary sacrifice, but one which came at no small cost to my natural talents. I am but a shadow of the man I was at the time of my appointment as La Habrea. Is he gonna appoint her La Habrea? I could never hope to wield the same magics that Hephaestus used to bind the warders' minds, let alone break their shackles. Oh no, oh no. The tone of defeat does not befit your voice, Master La Habrea. Do not give in to despair. There is no despair, only truth. I do not confide in you to garner cheap sympathy. Hephaestus left behind fascinating research. His conclusion was that in order to transform a vessel into a hemitheos, absolute control over their mind was essential. As you well know, the magic used to achieve such dominion exploited strong emotions within their victims' hearts. In the case of Hesperos and Agdistus, their respect for me. Upon slipping his bonds, Hephaestus took steps to throw Pandaemonium into chaos. With their attention divided, keyword and warder alike were easy targets. What is he saying? But there was an act that came before. Regardless of Hephaestus' prowess, he could not have won freedom on his own. It's her, right? Right? She did it. For long days and nights, I pondered who might have released him. I could only conclude that Athena's plans were set in motion long ago, when she claimed the mind of one of her admirers. Hegemony. None would question your pride in your position, your devotion to Pandaemonium. But you do not believe I am the one fit to lead it, do you? Your loyalty lies not with my vision for Pandaemonium, but Athena's. Master La Habrea, whatever has spurred this sudden accusation, I assure you there is a proper explanation. Is that Athena's ether? Like we saw... Oh, I guess that's just him controlling her. What are you doing, La Habrea? Aren't you listening? Do not approach! Alright, time for P13. The surprise. As I have already stated, even should I detect Athena's tinkering, I am currently powerless to dispel it. I know it, holy shit. And so I have come to a decision, one which was made with the best interests of our star in mind. In order to build a better future, I require the strength I have lost. He's taking... Oh my gosh, he's gonna merge with her and the... No. I must embrace these odious memories. What is he doing? What is he doing? No. Mark well this sight, engrave it upon your very soul. You now bear witness to the true La Habrea. Uh-oh. I cannot imagine this was an easy choice, but it is done. Is she alive? God, I wish we had voice acting for this. Yes, and she shall remember this lesson well. Shit. Athena's puppet no longer, I see. Yeah. He rejoined with himself. She may yet harbor ill will toward me, but as a risk I'm willing to take. Our star requires a steady hand to guide it, and now mine is equal to the task. I can no longer allow Pandaemonium to divert my focus. He's gonna make her the, Yeah. Hegemony, I would ask that you serve me anew. There is none other more suited to overseeing this prison. None other who will take such pride in their duty. Were her eyes a different color? I already forgot. I feel bad. My loyalty to Athena led me to betray you once before. Why would you allow me to keep the position of keyword? I require your talents, as I require Hephaestos's. The past is of no consequence. It's kind of consequence. Very well. In honor of our fallen colleagues, I shall restore this institution to its former glory. They're the same. Okay. It would have been neat if they were, like, blue like Athena's. La Habrea is himself once more. He wields his authority without hesitation, and thinks not twice once his judgment has sounded. Yet he is different from Athena. He thinks only of the betterment of the star. So long as duty guides his actions, he shall not share her fate. About that. And should his convictions ever waver, the emissary will set him back on the proper course. Whoo, doggy. Good. If this is the path he chooses to walk, then I will walk with him. I'll allow our bond to fray no further. As his son, I will support him in the days ahead. This is how history has to happen, I suppose. I would not ask you to say the same, Evelyth. You and I stand on peaks separated by vast chasms. Our perspectives shall never align. And never shall one give way to the other, for such is our nature. With that in mind, let us consider any debts between us to be void. Pretty sure you only owe me, bud. Before you leave here, mark well these words. My resolve shall weather loss unfathomable, and yield before no obstacle. Walk your path with the same conviction. Shit. Oh, fuck. I made a Ruda. Thank you so much for the 25 months. And also, fuck you. Thanks, La Habrea. Oh, gosh. Let me tell you. There's only one of us from the future standing here right now, and it's not you. Oh, shit. Thank you so much. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense now. Oh, shit. Master La Habrea saw through me long ago, but now my mind is unclouded by doubt, and I shall not fail him again. Hephaestus and La Habrea were one and the same when he was named as one of the convocation. This change poses no need for concern, for all is as it should be. I don't know, man. They walked two pretty separate paths for a little bit. One of them kind of sat in gay baby jail for a while, losing his mind, and then tried to, you know, anyway. What could go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? From this day forward, I will do what I can to aid my father. In this way shall I forge my own future. If not for you, my long slumbering demons may have gone unslain. I would have never been forced to reconsider my true nature. Yet as I said, do not consider this an admission of debt. Now, I believe you have other places to be. Remain here any longer, and I may be inclined to place you in a cell next to one of our more recalcitrant subjects. How about a little shut up? Bye. Ah, you are returned. I should like to hear of what you discovered, though I believe your friend has business with us first. There you are, Evelyth. While you were away, Themis brought me up to speed on all that happened while I was held prisoner. His story shone light upon any number of questions that were niggling at my conscience, namely those concerning the ethereal signature emanating from his law. Doubtless its source was Athena, reaching out as far as she could from her prison, ever grasping for someone to take Erechthonius' place, grasping for the body his soul resided in. I wanted to ask, when you first found the crystal, were you unable to hear the memories stored within? Indeed, it was only after our research was well underway that I could hearken to its whispers. Contact with the crystal should have awakened the memories, but the passage of time likely changed Ericthonius' soul in subtle ways. Perhaps ethereal resonance was a gradual process in this case. However, being attuned to Ericthonius exposed you to Athena's voice as well. Doubtless the choice to venture forth into Azizla was not your own. It was Athena's influence working through you. I do recall being strangely fixated on acting alone. I never would have encouraged such recklessness usually. Although the choice was not entirely my own, I am still ashamed of my actions. Reflection is how we plant the seeds of growth, although we must not blame ourselves for events out of our control. That the voice in the crystal belonged to the person from which your soul originated. Well, not even the most brilliant researcher could come to that conclusion. Yeah, that was Oops. Your reassurance means more than you know. Thank you. Now one final matter. It concerns the very crystal whose discovery set this adventure in motion. Perhaps sparked by recent events, a new light began to shine from within its depths. From my experience, this may indicate that a new memory has floated to the surface, eager to be observed. La Habrea just going crazy. For some time, the question of why La Habrea and Ericthonius would leave such a crystal behind in the first place has lingered in the back of my mind. With Ericthonius' memories and such magical talents as are at my disposal, I believe I can make this final memory manifest for us all to behold. Shall we witness it together? Yes. I'd completely forgotten about this crystal. It's been so long. A good boy. I leave this memory for you, the future of our star. My dad's evil now, kill him! The final days have come, and the creation magics we so relied upon now hasten our downfall. But despair is not yet won out. La Habrea and the others of the Convocation are working to stem the chaos which threatens to engulf our star. Their plan requires great sacrifice. Elidibus, Themis, has already offered to give his life for our salvation. Yet there is another problem which must be dealt with. Pandaemonium, wherein are confined our most vicious creations. Even should we survive the final days, it will take time to restore order. If Pandaemonium's cells were breached and the prisoners set upon the star, our hard-won peace would be obliterated in an instant. Someone must stay behind to ensure that never happens. With Themis and La Habrea otherwise indisposed, that responsibility falls to me. And that is why I must defy the directive of the Convocation. My soul will not be offered to manifest the will of the star, but instead consigned to eternal vigil. I know that in doing so, the final days may take me. I may not live to see my duty upheld. That's why I have resolved to set this crystal adrift in the tides of the underworld. It contains memories of Pandaemonium for both my father and I, and shall bear this warning to the future even if I cannot. Don't open. I've imbued the crystal with magics that will attract it to my essence. Even should I journey through the underworld and be born anew, this message will reach me. Pandaemonium shall not be left unattended. Oh, Eric. If all else fails, then perhaps another woman like my dear friend will come. One with an almost unnatural ability to... What? wonder where she is now. How many souls has she saved? Alongside my warning, this memory shall carry a wish. Evelyth. No, listen well. Told them they can't stop making me care about people and taking them away. It survived. Oh god, is that the heart of Sabik? Yes. The tie that bound Athena's memories to my body, no doubt. When I regained my senses, I found it on my person. Now it appears your efforts have left it bereft of memories. No trace remains of Athena. However, its power as Orosite yet remains, and it may prove to be a valuable trove of knowledge in the hands of the right researcher. I feel that fate has left it with me for a reason. I shall take my leave, but on behalf of my colleagues, nay, the entire star, I thank you both for putting an end to Athena's wickedness. Man, the heart of Sabik has been a mystery since A Realm Reborn. I don't think it ever came up again until now. like maybe mentioned, probably in the weapons, the Sorrow of Wurlit, but yeah, now it's just a silly rock. Holy shit. Ah, fuck. Gosh. Where does Orosite come from? I don't know. Another dimension, apparently.
Then Hephaestos' story has been laid bare.
What? Why do I get voice acting now?
As has the nature of our mysterious crystal. The questions which led us into Pandaemonium are answered, and soon order shall be restored. I too can fade away, unburdened by regret. I could not have reached this point without you, friend.
Not you too.
So many revelations. But there are more, if you would dig a little deeper. Elidibus's soul was plucked from the ethereal sea, and from it I was wrought. Surely you have a passing interest in what I remember, in what I feel.
Yeah.
You deserve what answers I can provide. While my memories of Pandaemonium are clear, all else is hazy at best. Perhaps Athena made me this way. Or perhaps it is the result of who or what I was before. Still, I can recall vague figures, scenes from my future and your past. At the Crystal Tower's peak, we clash. And later, from that self-same spire, I send you forth.
Yep.
Into our age, into Elpis. Why do I decide on such a course? Formless as these images are, I cannot say. However, I can hazard a guess. Somewhere within my fragmented memories, I catch a glimpse of our journey into Pandaemonium. A glimpse which shows not the path we took or the destination where it led us, yet by its very presence demands that you are required in Elpis. And even if that act is but one link in the chain of events which ends in Aetheris' salvation, then this all has meaning. Our time together, every moment, is worthwhile, and I am unburdened by regret. That said, it is possible my motivations become something else entirely. That you would cross this vast expanse in the hopes of being reunited with your allies. A devotion that once would have baffled me. But after having been to the depths of that twisted prison and back, I think I can understand. Now, I have pulled back the curtain as far as I dare. The people of your age call this the Ethereal Sea, a name I quite enjoy, for it teems with life, each star a soul on its journey. And among these uncountable stars, it was yours that crossed my path. For that, I shall be forever grateful. I wish you well on your journey. A journey as long as your star is bright. A journey not bound by the confines of this world or any other.
God damn it.
How fascinating. The truths that dwell at the edge of sleep. The course of history is set by its victors. It is immutable, and yet should this star continue upon its path, look, the light.
Welcome back, Evelyth. I said, fuck you. Fuck you. Okay, we're good. Recent events have given me not only a new focus for my research, but also insight into my own origins. Truly, 'tis a gift I could never hope to repay. As La Habrea said, I am not Eric Thonios, yet I bear a part of him inside me, and I shall do what I can to follow the traces he has left behind in the present day. A spark has been struck in my mind. I am ready to pursue my research with a fervor the likes of which I have not had since my youth. Doubtless I shall have need of you in the days and moons ahead. When that time comes, I only hope that you will once again lend me your sound counsel. Until then, may you fare well. Oh, yeah, that was, awesome jail, great job. With both the ethereal sea and the heart of Sabik to keep my mind occupied, I feel that I shall never again lack for fascinating discoveries to motivate my work. The topic has been keeping us quite busy as of late. Nimgigi and Rusunod have been a great help in making sense of all these fabulous tales. I shall call them at once so we can share our findings thus far. Oh, I didn't... Okay. Our research into the heart of Sabik has led us through many magnificent legends and tales from bygone civilizations, some of which mentioned, or at least hint at, the presences of Athena, Orisite, and the High Seraph Ultima. So what does this mean for the future now that Charlene has the heart of Sabik? While we have formed an operating theory based on our findings, it is impossible for us to confirm its feasibility. Given your experience with the High Seraph, however, I can think of no one better with whom to discuss it. Although we know not the precise timing of the High Seraph's visit to the star, we do know that Athena somehow came into possession of a mysterious crystal said to be the source of the destructive magic known as Ultima. According to La Habrea, it was Athena who gave the crystal the name of Orisite, and from her tireless research was born the Heart of Sabik. The Heart of Sabik contained not only Athena's memories, but a concentration of ether unlike anything we have observed. Even a small portion of it could level mountains. It did, in fact, level Castra Meridiana not so long ago, I remember. Records of your previous encounter with La Habrea imply that the heart was, for a time, in the hands of the Allegan Empire. Doubtless it was the Ascian himself who gifted it to them, thus sowing the seeds of calamity. Yeah, that checks out. Dick. The Allegans made little progress towards penetrating its mysteries, but some scholars attribute the fact that they were able to use it at all to theoretical encounters between Alleg's researchers and the High Seraph. Regardless of its journey, however, we do know that the Heart of Sabik returned to La Habrea's clutches soon after the Fourth Umbral Calamity. The rest hardly bears going over again. Well, look, I took out the High Seraph, so now we're Sans Seraph. Tracing the legends of Orisite back to the source suggests that the High Seraph may be the cause of countless tragedies, including our most recent one. Regardless of the Orisite's source, however, it was Athena's bottomless ambition that set the wheels of tragedy in motion. I found one of La Habrea's remarks most odd. While we were discussing Athena, he said that he was a fool to think she could be confined. He didn't elaborate on the statement, but I think there's a possibility that Pandaemonium was built not as a prison for failed creations, but to contain her. Maybe to keep her busy. Contain his very own wife. Shit, yeah, maybe, my wife too crazy, gotta build monster jail to hold her. We already know he was well aware of the influence Orisite had on Athena. 'Tis not beyond the realm of possibility that Pandaemonium's true purpose was to keep her isolated from the other agents. Jeez. Even so, she had freedom enough to continue her research outside of La Habrea's purview. Perhaps it was his love for her that kept him from tightening his grip on her activities. Ooh. That's a lot to think about. Fortunately for my assistants today, my ordeal has left me none the worse for wear. I'm back at work with a characteristic aplomb. Well, as much aplomb as can be mustered when reviewing the many records which have piled up in my absence. Of course, I have made the proper shows of gratitude to Scholar Monachane and Master Fortunault for their efforts to search for me. Master Fortunault was stone-faced, claiming that he had only done his duty. The Scholar, on the other hand, seemed most eager to learn every detail. It takes all sorts, I suppose. Roussenaut, I just wanted to talk to you. I don't want to play cards. Well, I'm back to my days of fetching documents and assisting with various other errands. Well, I'm glad that Professor Claudian is back safe and sound. A short vacation would have been much appreciated. Yeah, yeah. Jeez. Who's this cutie? I'm glad you made it back alive. Okay, she's been here a while. There's NimGG. The more I try to make sense of what happened, the more my mind ties itself in knots. It will take weeks, or dare I say months, to navigate this maze of questions. May have to suggest that Professor Claudian hire more assistants. With Athena's research put to decisive end, things around here have returned to what one could almost call routine. But even so, we are as busy as ever. The ethereal sea must be analyzed thoroughly for any adverse effects caused by the recent events, and Professor Claudian seems most eager to analyze the heart of Sabik. Although no trace remains of Athena's memories, there is yet power inside the crystal, and it still possesses the same corrupting influence of Orosite. Yeah, why, no, we just gave it over. Here you go. Naturally, as the most qualified to do so, it falls upon us to plumb its depths. Knowing the heart's history and the history of the other crystals like it, the prospect does fill me with some dread, but not so much as to overpower my sense of curiosity. So long as we move forward with courage and caution, I'm sure our findings can prove to be a boon to the scientific community, and perhaps society at large. Next expansion, we're going to be like in the 21st century technology. Holy shit, well, that was Pandaemonium. What a fucking raid series. Jesus.